Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, remember to hit that subscribe button and the notification bells for my up and coming videos. Today, we're going to be chatting about one of my favorite topics, which is confidence. Now, I have trained a lot of individuals over the past few years, and the one thing that I've noticed is that a lot of guys that come into training and a lot of people that I meet on a day-to-day basis lack confidence. So, I'm here to tell you exactly how to get your confidence back. I'm here to tell you that you cannot buy confidence because it comes from within. If people were selling confidence, trust me, there'd be a lot of rich people out there, including myself. Where does confidence come from? It comes from you, it comes from self-belief, it comes from you understanding yourself, believing in yourself, believing in your abilities to do anything you put your mind to doing. Part of confidence is not to believe that because you come from a poor environment, because the country that you live in is poor, because your parents are poor and you don't have anything, so your life is what it is. No. Confidence is telling yourself that you can take yourself out of any situation by the effort that you put into whatever you do, by your belief that no matter what obstacle you face, there is always a solution, and by remembering to always ask for help. Remember, nobody around you has made it just like that. People got assisted in order for them to become who they are. Now, part of this helps you to build your confidence. The reason why I say this is because, for example, when I speak to my learners, and like I've mentioned, I've trained a lot of people, I always tell them that I was never a confident person when I was much younger. When I was much younger, I had a really bad stutter. And the first question I get asked is, Donovan, you had a stutter? I don't believe you. So how did you overcome your stutter? Well, what I realized that when I was in high school, one of my main I'm going to say obstacles was speaking in class. When it was time for us to read, I couldn't read. When it was time for me to speak to the girls that I liked, I couldn't speak to them. And I found it difficult growing up. Even though my friends understood that I had a stutter and they acknowledged it and it was fine with them, it didn't really sit well with me. So I decided to make a difference in my life. And the first thing I started to do is repeat words that I had problems with. Speak to myself in the mirror before I had to read out in class. I also had to start believing in myself. Well, growing up wasn't very easy because, I come from a very poor background, grew up in a very poor neighborhood, but it didn't stop me from wanting more. It didn't stop me from believing that I can achieve everything that I have in life. Okay? And this helped me to become confident. It didn't stop me from speaking to people. What I've learned was that the more people I spoke to, the more comfortable I became, the more confidence I had in myself and my ability to hold a conversation, which then made it much easier for me. And that gradually took me out of the point of me being afraid when I started speaking to people, which brought on my stutter. Now, a lot of people think, okay, it's easy. No, it's not easy. It took me a very long time. But I'm glad to say I'm at a point in my life whereby I can share this with people because it can be done. It can be done by a choice, and the choice that I made, the choice that you make in your life will determine whether you become the confident person that you want to be. Now let's look at the positives that come out of being confident. Number one, if you're a confident person, it means you're going to make more friends. It means you're going to network better. It means that you are not going to be afraid to pick up your hand when you have a question. It means that if you're unsure about something and you've got a manager that is really strict, it's not going to stop you from asking, sorry, come again, what did you mean by that? Why? Because if you're not confident, you're going to sit in your seat and you're going to believe, okay, it's fine. I'm afraid to ask him, because fear is something that stops you from being confident. It's the fear of the unknown, the fear of not, is the fear of rejection. And that plays a very important part in our lives, is to overcome that fear. Now, my advice to you is this. Firstly, if you're a person that is not confident, I want you to start off by doing this. Remind yourself of who you are. Remind yourself of where you come from. Remind yourself of all the hardships that you've been through. And remind yourself that you have overcome everything that has stopped you or tried to stop you in life, because you are still standing today. And then you need to start believing in yourself, because every day when you get up, you need to have a purpose. And that purpose is for you to become a better you, which in turn means that when you start believing in yourself and when you start loving yourself, your confidence is going to grow. Now, it doesn't mean that when you become confident, you need to start looking down on people that are not confident. No, that does not make up a confident person. A confident person is somebody that's willing to lift the next person up when they're down, to help them when they need advice, to show them that there's no need to be afraid in life, because we need to share what we've been through and show people that they can become who they want to become by just having the drive, the determination, and knowing that it all starts with you. So, today we're speaking about confidence for you as an individual. Okay, we are going to be speaking about confidence in the workplace, and then also confidence with being around people. Why? Because I believe that all of this plays a very, very important part in your life. I also want you to understand that with this, it takes time, it takes training. I believe that anybody can do anything that they want to do when it comes to you developing yourself. You need to develop yourself. You need to train yourself. You can do anything. So when I say you can do anything, it doesn't mean because you have never been to school or you have never been to university and you've never studied, that you cannot do certain things. No, you can learn from the people around you. Part of being confident is by asking questions, by listening, by watching others and seeing what they do and absorbing that information and then applying it. Why? Because this is what builds you as an individual. And this is what you need to remember when it comes to being confident. So, once again, if you have not subscribed to my page, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. Secondly, I will be coming up with videos hopefully every week, so look out for them. And thirdly, don't forget this. You are who you are. Don't be anybody else. Love yourself. Believe in yourself. And remember, you are number one, because there is no number two. So I'll catch you on the next one.